Denver Broncos country, we got some tough news today regarding the injury report that popped out last night. I'm going to break it all down for you. Of course, let me know your score predictions to Broncos, Packers in the comments. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe as we're on our way to 5K or 4K, which is basically world domination of the YouTube space. And shout out to Kalshi for sponsoring this video. Use the promo code DTB for a $10 bonus when you deposit 10. Trade on sports, the weather, price of Bitcoin, all those things. We'll take a look at some of the odds later in the stream. But man, this is difficult news, man. Let's go ahead and pull up the injury report. Not good. And some of the guys that have been on this roster, they're going to have to prove themselves of being roster worthy if this is indeed the case that Mike McGlinchey is going to miss Sunday's game. Now, he did practice on Wednesday and Thursday, which, okay, great. But then a shoulder injury. What happened? DNP. Man, what's going on? So he is questionable. Right now, hey, if you're a DNP on Friday, I don't think it's usually good odds of playing on Friday or on Sunday, right? So this is tough, especially going up against Micah Parsons, man, because he's going to be lining up there against the right tackle, and we'll get to that. Who might be the next guy up? Pat Bryant seems to have re-aggravated his hamstring injury. He was questionable going into the Raiders game last week, played great, but seems to have hurt it. So he is out. Ben Powers has returned to practice. That's great that he's been limited, but I'm not. Oh, as we can see, yeah, he's out. Maybe he returns next week. Is it the Jaguars that we play? And then DJ Jones, Nate Atkins are full go. Welcome back, Root Beer. Man, we missed you, DJ Jones. We definitely need you back for this game. In regards to the Packers, really the only injury that I'm keeping an eye on here is Josh Jacobs, because this gentleman absolutely owns us. And he was a DNP with a knee injury, but was limited on Friday. He's a true questionable. That's going to be interesting to see if he suits up or not. Yeah, Savion Williams, I don't really think he's getting much time right now anyway. But anyways, Josh Jacobs is the guy to look at that. Now, let's talk about Pat Bryant first, okay? Pat Bryant, going to be out. That sucks. That means we're probably going to see an uptick in targets for Troy Franklin, which, I don't necessarily have a problem with. I would like to see some more involvement from Marvin Mims. So maybe this helps him get going into the offense a little bit more. Courtland Sutton still needs to lead this team in targets. No doubt about it. Let's get him 8, 9, 10 targets this game. But guys, you know what time it is, man. If Pat Bryant is out, he is out. So it's A.T. Perry time, baby. Let's see what he can do. But knowing Sean Payton, man, he's going to crush our dreams, and he's going to, still roll out Lil Jordan Humphrey, probably give him some more targets in this game. I'm going to be keeping my eye on to see if Elijah Moore or A.T. Perry is elevated for this week. My hopes are that one of them will play, because I just want to see what they can do. But my brain tells me that that's probably not going to happen. Maybe we roll with just 5 wide receivers. And, we have Nate Atkins, Adam Prentice, all these guys active. We'll have to see. But let's talk about the right tackle situation, okay? If Mike McGlinchey's not going to play, it's time for us to see what Frank Crum can do, man. And this is going to be a tough assignment, because it's going to be going up against Micah Parsons. Now, I guess the other thing that you could say, Dave, is, well, shouldn't Alex Polesky transition over to from left guard over to right tackle? I guess so. And we can take a look at Palcho's numbers. But I think that he's looked great at guard. Maybe you don't mess with that. Again, I feel like we've had a good offensive line. Maybe you're just wanting to just plug and play one position rather than essentially swapping 2 positions going into this game. Excuse me. But Frank Crum, undrafted out of Wyoming last year, super athletic guy. He's been on the active roster both years. We just haven't seen him play. 6'7", 315. They talked about how he was raw, how he was a project, but again, has all the physical tools you'd need to be a successful swing tackle, or maybe even a starting tackle in the NFL, right? And we've seen him play a little bit in preseason. I gave up 5 pressures in preseason, 5 hurries in preseason, but hey, no sacks, no hits, playing with backups. So I don't know. Maybe the quarterback was late getting rid of the ball. I'm not really sure, but did play 53 snaps in preseason at right tackle, 37 over at left tackle. Honestly, guys, I kind of want to see what he can do. And I know that that's probably crazy because we also got Micah Parsons on the other side of him. But man, it's time to prove yourself of being worthy of being on the active 53, man. I don't like holding these guys on the 53 and then them continually not playing when it's time for them to play. Let's see what Frank Crum can do, man. If he's an NFL worthy tackle, let's see him hold his own. And I think we can get away with it as well because Bo Nix doesn't take sacks. He's extremely effective at getting rid of the ball early. Denver Broncos / Bo Nix lead the NFL in only taking 1.3 sacks per game. That's fantastic. Bo Nix's time to throw is one of the best in the NFL. And then when you go back to the 2025 regular season, looking at that, he's kind of been that extra inline tight end, as you can see here. Good grades here as well. Mainly, I feel like they've been running plays. Yeah, 23 run plays to 8 passing plays. So, yeah, I don't know. But let's take a look at Alex Polesky and see kind of what he's been doing so far. And over at right tackle, he played a couple games or a couple snaps there, I guess. But mainly, he's just been our left guard this year. I think that he's done a good job with Ben Powers being out. So far in the year, he's given up 1 sack, 1 hit, 12 pressures, or 12 hurries, 14 pressures. I just want to see what he can do, man. Still playing left guard right now because I think that there's the opportunity for him to. We'll see how Ben Powers looks, but he could still be our starting guard next year. Alex Polesky. I mean, you do save about $10 million, a little less than that, cutting Ben Powers. But we'll see what Ben Powers looks like here in a week or two. So, yeah, I guess I could pull up some of his right tackle stats from last year because he did look good at right tackle when McGlinchey was hurt last year. You can see posting pass blocking grades of 57, 80, and 60. Only gave up 1 sack during that time. And yeah, dude, I like Poucho a lot, but I say keep him at guard. Let's see what Frank Crum can do at right tackle. That might seem like a little bit of a risk, but yeah. And then of course, Kalshi. Right now, again, I threw a little bit of money down here. Well, I thought I did. On Denver. Gonna have to do that right now, man. I'm putting $2. I'm putting what? I thought I had $2 on here. All right, dude. I'm throwing some money on Denver here. Doubling my money if Broncos take care of business. Again, undefeated at home. I'm surprised that they're the underdogs going into this game. I can understand it a little bit more if Palcho's not going to play or McGlinchey's not going to play. But yeah, so guys, tell me, what do you think? Who do you want to start at left guard? Who do you want to start at right tackle? Let's see what Frank Crum can do, man. You gotta know at some point what he's capable of doing. So let's see it, man. Jay Weaver, what's going on, man? What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Hey, Vic, hope you're doing well. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this. David, what's going on, man? Hey, I'm having a great weekend. I started personal training yesterday. I got absolutely destroyed. I can barely walk, and a busy day today, but I just had to get this video in before I get my day started, man. AT Perry signing, dude, only one can hope. And dude, if AT Perry is still inactive for this game, I'm honestly going to be pissed off, man. Again, the keys to the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl, is a Mercedes Lewis touchdown and an AT Perry touchdown. If both of those guys score touchdowns to end this year, dude, we're winning the Super Bowl. It's just the facts. David, Broncos may lose this game, but I would want them to lose this game instead of losing to an AFC team. You know what, David? I agree with you on that. It's an NFC matchup. Yeah, it really is not that big of a deal. Now, we need to keep winning, obviously, to keep our tiebreaker ahead of the Patriots. But if the Patriots lose to the Bills tomorrow too, hey, then all is good. We're still going to win the division. North Face. Nate will be huge in pass protection if this is the case, losing Javonte Hurt because he is good in pass protection. Yeah, having Nate Atkins back, he's awesome. Adam Prentice has uh, been one of my favorite storylines of the season. He's like a legitimate fullback. Obviously Nate Atkins can do some of that stuff, but he's still more of a tight end. Prentice is a real fullback, man, and I want to see him get more carries, man. He's good. But congratulations to Javonte. It's been great to see him have a great year for the Cowboys. And if only the Cowboys could play defense, right? AT Perry to the moon. I mean, don't you guys want to see it again? It makes no sense. This man caught everything that was thrown his way his rookie year, and then we just haven't seen him since. He knows the playbook. He's like 6'5". You're telling me that Troy Franklin is a better contested catch guy downfield than he is? No, I refuse to believe it, man. And I will shut up on it if Bo Nix throws a couple targets to AT Perry this year that are long balls and he doesn't come down with it. Go watch his Saints highlights. I'm making myself sound crazy right now, but I believe in AT Perry. I believe in AT Perry. Why doesn't Sean Payton? Come on, Sean. Let me tell you how to do your job. Don't overthink this. AT Perry, 50-yard touchdown. Let's go. Jay Weaver, I wonder with the O-line injuries this week why Lewis was released. Seems like this is the week we could use another inline tight end. Yeah, maybe we bring him back onto the active roster today, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, you make a great point about that. We're going to have to see Nate Atkins probably help whoever is at right tackle and Chip and Micah Parsons. But one thing that I love about Sean Payton, unlike Andy Reid will leave his 5 guys on an island. Pat Shurmur will leave his 5 guys on an island. It's terrible. We get a lot of max protect stuff from Sean Payton, sometimes only 3 guys, sometimes as rare as 2 guys running routes downfield, right? Prioritize protecting the quarterback. Okay. Let's do that. So, yeah, maybe it's Frank Crum with a little bit of help. Nate Atkins, Adam Prentice, these guys can help slow down Micah Parsons. North Face saying we have to get a turnover. That is what we have missed this year. Jordan Love is prone to it at times. Let's go defense. Yes, we're playing at home. It's going to be an insane environment tomorrow. I know that at Mile High. And the whole country gets to see this pretty much. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The camera is going to be shaking. Super Bowl rematch of Super Bowl 32. We got to handle business. Packers were big favorites going into that Super Bowl. We beat them. Now they're slight favorites coming into this game. Let's still beat them. But yeah, I think this game's going to come down to a few things. Of course, how each other's offensive line hold up against, the pass rush. I still think we got a better pass rush, overall, a better defensive line than the Packers. But Jordan Love's a good quarterback too, and he can make some plays, some insane plays when the offensive line breaks down as well. So, yeah, if we can force a turnover, a red zone turnover, something like that to keep them out of points for a drive or two, that could make the difference in this being a winning ball game for the Broncos for sure. So, yeah, I think that's all that I really had to say, guys. Keep Palcho at left guard. Put Frank Crum in at right tackle. Sink or swim. At some point, you got to figure out what you got with him. Okay? Because I'm going to be pissed off if Frank Crum's on this roster next year and it's just like the same situation where, like, when it's time to play him, Sean Payton doesn't want to play him. I understand these guys are developmental, but we're almost at the end of season 2 here. Let's see what he can do. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate every single one of you. North Face, Jay Weaver, David, Vic in the house. Say a prayer to the football gods for AT Perry. We got to see it this week. I'll be back tomorrow. Go Broncos.